Okay, great. All right, wasted 5 minutes, so let's get going. This is better turnout than I expected. Some of you I personally know, and I made you show up. Others have no idea who the hell I am. You kids are just drunk and thought this would be a great idea. So, who needs an explanation? Raise your hand. Scream. All right, awesome. Okay, I'll make this quick. Title self-explanatory. I'm Xander. I do reviews. This isn't rocket science. I also do Let's Plays and I do a little bit of artwork. My YouTube channel where you can find more reviews is Trunks2585. I've mostly been bitching about a webcomic called Bear Days written by Jay Naylor. Some of you may have read it, some of you may have not. It's truly horrible. Alright, so here's how this is going to work. I can talk about a lot of things, but I don't have time to record it all and upload it on my channel. So we're going to basically make this a Q&A session. You ask me what I think about anything you're watching or reading or whatever, and I tell you what I think, okay? So, without further ado, let's get started. Hands up, who wants to start us off? Right there.
Homestuck.
I know jack shit about Homestuck. I should warn you, I don't know very much about some things. Like Homestuck, I'm not kept up on. I know it's massively huge. I know that there's a bunch of pages already written about it. That's a lot of backlog I don't have time to go through. I'm sorry about that. Yes?
The Awesome series.
The Awesome series. Oh, God.
Be honest.
I've gotten mixed feelings about the Awesome series. Some of them I like, some of them I don't like. It's really hit and miss with me. It's not necessarily my type of humor that I like. I'm not a big fan of, like, you know, the very short clip things like that. But some of them have made me laugh. It's really hit and miss. Next. You.
Lucky Star.
What?
Lucky Star.
I have avoided that one. I just never got into it. I mean, there were two animes that revolved around dancing that I noticed. One of them was Lucky Star, the other was Haruhi Suzumiya. I watched Haruhi and I loved it. Lucky Star, I just never got around to it. I've been putting it off. I want to check it out, I just haven't actually done so yet.
It's the Seinfeld of anime. It's with the Seinfeld and Haruhi Suzumiya.
Alright, next question. Let's get someone from over here.
Kitty Green.
Oh, God. I haven't actually seen that one. It's been a while. It's too girly for me. I'd have to watch it again. I don't really have any issues with that. I felt it was a pretty solid plot. It got a little confusing at times. There's probably a few assholes in there somewhere that the writers did, but I really don't have anything bad to say about it, other than it's just not something I would normally watch. I watched it because I was bored and I had nothing else. Alright, let's get started from over here. Yes?
The new direction they're taking RoboCop.
I have not heard anything about this.
They're basically taking the robot RoboCop. He's going to be a human with a human fire.
Fuck it. I'm just going to flip this table right now. No. Alright, yes?
Ninja Turtles.
The remake you're talking about, I assume?
With more explosions.
And aliens.
See, here's the thing. What they don't realize is that they're actually making, I believe, Biker Mice on Mars. They don't realize it yet, but that's what they're making. Alright.
The Gunners.
Say what?
The Gunners. They had a comic strip about how Dr. Gray's doing.
Yeah, that's where I got the joke from. Okay, you've already asked one. You.
Code Geass.
Code Geass. I love that series. Dude, I thought it was a great series. And here's the thing, I normally hate war series. There are very few I've watched, but I got sucked into it. It was game popular at the time. I had nothing better to do with my time. Are you noticing a pattern here? So I watched it, and I'm like, okay, I can kind of get behind this. And it was the Supernatural is what drew me into it. And I liked how, just what a clever son of a bitch Lelouch is at the time. He's one of the most manipulative fucks ever. I want to see a chess match between Lelouch and Light. I want to know who would win that. Assuming, just doesn't flat out cheat. Because I can see either, you know, Light just scribbling Lelouch's name and the death note underneath the table, or Lelouch just brainwashing Light. Wouldn't surprise me either way. But yes, I liked the series. I liked how it went. It confused me a little bit when they started the second season, which was pretty good how they just completely fucked with their head on that one. It's like, okay, wait, what? Did they reboot the series or something? Oh, now it makes sense. And I actually like how he made the ultimate sacrifice at the end and set himself up to get shot, and his best friend is now Zero, and he brainwashed his brother to permanently obey Zero. I thought it was great.
Plow the fields by day and see two by night.
Say what?
Plow the fields by day and see two by night.
Yeah. Alright, next one. Yes. I love that series. Gurren Lagann is a wonderful exercise in just absurdity and playing it completely straight.
Oh yeah.
It's like, by the end of the series, they're throwing galaxies at each other. And yet we take this completely seriously. I'll roll with it. I mean, we're already up to giant robots in the first episode. We go from mole people to giant robots, and now we have animal people trying to kill them all. Okay, why not? And whenever they first combined everything, they're gonna combine, shoves the hat on. And then it actually fucking works. Okay, I'll go with it. Yes.
Gundam 00.
Okay, I do not watch very many Gundam series. I have seen Gundam Wing and G Gundam, and that's about it.
I do Wing.
Which one?
Wing.
Wing. Wing was the first Gundam series I saw. It was the first time that I realized anime could be actually really grim and dark. I mean, who here remembers the Tsunami trailers? And you saw the trailer for Gundam Wing. All you see is the airplane open up, the guy drive out and curl and shoot him on the way down. I'm like, holy fuck, dude! That's awesome! So yeah, I watched it from there. Like I said, I don't normally like war series, but this was before I had the internet, and I would pretty much watch any fucking anime you showed me. You could show me the dumbest thing ever ran. Okay, I got nothing better to do. You've had your hand up for a while.
Vandred.
Vandred. I love Vandred. I'm glad someone else watches it.
Yes.
Yes. Again, I wouldn't necessarily call it a war series, more so just a mech series, and just the really odd relationships that get formed in that series. Mia was always my personal favorite. I couldn't stand Mia though. Or Jura. It's like, great, I can choose between the hyperactive girl, or the completely conceited girl, or I can go with the somewhat of a bitch. I don't have much of a choice here. I'll take the bitch. She probably had the best backstory out of them all anyways. In fact, I think she's the only one they gave a lot of backstory on anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jura kind of got some.
Yeah, and Dia, they talked a little bit about her childhood, but Mia, they gave her a whole episode of just her backstory. And like, you know, her rise and her fall and how she ended up where she was. Alright, next one. Yes.
Human stocking.
That series is just on crack. What can I say? It's so hyperactive, it's completely absurd, and yet I find myself watching it. I haven't watched it all the way through. I watched up to wherever they aired is the Demon Sisters or whatever, and that was the last episode I've seen. I need to keep up with it. I'm curious to their psychotic father.
That show got amazing after those three years.
But yes, I definitely want to resume watching that. You are kind of raising your hand?
High School of the Dead.
Oh, I was waiting for this one to come up. Okay, I'm going to piss some people off here. I don't really like it. I have watched it. The last chapter I read was in January. I have issues with it. First off, it's pretty much like every other zombie survival horror series you've ever seen. Just an anime now. And they don't even do that much absurd anime stuff with it like I was hoping they would. There's a little bit of it, like the Kingdom Girl can kill things with one sword. And I can't think of much else other than that. A lot of it's just straightforward. Get a gun and kill them. They've got some cool vehicles that they've managed to find. And some of the characters' personalities, especially Ray's the name of the main girl, right?
Yeah.
She is so fucking bipolar. I can't stand it. It's like she goes from, okay, she's dating this guy, to mourning his death. And then she starts comparing the main guy to her dead boyfriend. I love how seconds after she was going to get eaten by him, and this guy saves her ass, he just did because you were jealous.
Yeah.
Okay, you go down there with the zombies. I'm done. Fuck this bitch. Just give me the Kindle girl. She's the most mentally stable one. It even has to be. Yes. She's mentally stable as long as you don't let her kill too many things. Aside from that, just, I don't know. The worst part about it is that the series has been going on for a while, And it's hard to remember that only a few days have actually passed in the series. And so it's easy to forget that they are actually in a state of emotional turmoil right now. And I just feel like they need to speed up the pacing more. Also, why the hell did we have to have a villain besides the zombies? That fucking teacher guy and his little group of psychotic, orgy-obsessed teenagers on the fucking bus.
Oh God,
I have a question. How the hell did he make it to the neighborhood that they had barricaded off? After the EMP thing went off and their bus was shot to shit, how did he survive? He should have been the first one dead. Where's karma? Come on.
Cockroaches always survive.
Point taken. Alright, next topic. Yes, you, because I haven't asked you anything yet. The Gray Man. Of course, you know I know all about that one.
Have you been keeping up with the manga?
Yes, I have, actually. The Gray Man is... It's getting weird. Okay, weirder. It was already weird. I like the show. I like the direction it's going. But sometimes it's hard to just keep up with all this stuff. They will sometimes just do these massive arcs and throw all this information at you. Like, you got all kind of this backstory in one lump sum. That's a lot of shit to remember. And then you find out about, oh, well, there's these other extras that were an experiment from this, which used to be these extras here. Okay, can we just stop with the backstory now? You're losing me. The characters are great. I love the humor. Everyone in it is pretty much psychotic at some points. I have cosplayed Tiki at some points. You, I know, remember that. A few people here may remember that. Which it's interesting. Has he cut his hair actually short again, or is he just bobbing it up? Because they showed him in like his classic look, and it looked like he had short hair again. Either way, I think it's a good series. Next topic. You. Bleach. Alright. I'm going to talk about something. This involves Bleach, Naruto, One Piece, and any other fucking series that's been going on way too long. Stop it!
Bleach did stop.
This shit needs to stop at some point.
Bleach stopped. The last episode of Bleach came out like
Bleach is
a
what?
few weeks ago.
Forced to end.
Oh, good. Now, Naruto just needs to find that lady. Honestly, I can't say much about One Piece because I don't keep up with it. I do keep up with Naruto and Bleach. With Naruto, you can see the end in sight, but they keep finding shit to keep putting in. Like the fucking gold and silver twins, complete asshole. I mean, really? You got these two fucking shinobi that a goddamn demon couldn't digest? You expect me to buy that shit? And with Bleach, it's just, okay, now we're going to start another new story arc, which the last story arc was completely fucking pointless. If Ichigo had never lost his Shingai powers, that last arc didn't need to happen. We could have just gone straight to the Quincy showing up and being dicks. Otherwise, sadly, despite the fact I think they need to end, I am keeping up with both series. Again, I like the humor in it, I like the action, I just think that it's time to end them. Because there comes a point where you're going to be writing the series for so long, and your target audience is going to grow out of it. Yes, Inuyasha. That woman does not know how to end the series to save her life. Alright, next topic.
Friend. Ikitoshi.
I'm sorry, what?
Ikitoshi.
Could you describe that one for me? I think I've seen it.
High school students battling each other for control of the country.
Okay, I saw part of it, I didn't get that far into it.
Lots of
So,
fans.
yeah, I knew there was lots of fans, because that's why I kind of read it. I am a horny bastard and I hide nothing. Otherwise, I really need to keep up with it. You started to raise your hand. Which one's that?
It came out in 2010, right?
I probably haven't seen it. Sorry.
Hellsing Ultimate.
I love Hellsing Ultimate. Even better, the Hellsing Ultimate Abridged series. Yes, I love the Abridged series, and I love what they're doing with Hellsing Ultimate because it makes so much more sense than the original anime that they did. Because, and it's obvious what happened. They started producing the anime before the manga was finished, and they got ahead of the manga, and they went, okay, well, we've already started producing this. It's a TV series. We have to finish it now. And so they just bullshit something. And it's obvious they bullshit something. Although, to be fair, I don't know what's more believable, Incognito or Vampire Nazis.
Those Germans and their experiments.
I'm more accepting of the vampire Nazis. All right, next topic.
Ren.
What?
Ren.
Ren.
Essentially, the basis is that the tree of life drops fruit every now and then, and one of the fruits, when it passes through a human female, she becomes immortal. Essentially, you can put it through a nuclear blast, she survives, basically. If it passes through a male, they become what's called an angel, which hunts down these females and eats them. And it's essentially a giant...
So basically, it's a giant misogyny thing.
misogyny, but the women ultimately win in the end, despite men trying to keep them down. And there's a lot of bondage, BDSM, and other really strange shit going on.
Okay, you piqued my curiosity.
Well, check it out. It's all on Netflix. It's a relatively short
All right,
series.
Ren.
Time jumps.
R-E-N?
R-I-N.
R-I-N, okay.
Yep.
Big female, big boobs.
Yep, and lots of nudity in it.
Yes.
And one sense of violence. There we go. 3 words.
And let's just say that's about halfway through you're like, what the fuck?
You should take the time.
Okay, next topic.
You lose your memory at one point.
Cowboy Bebop.
Love Cowboy Bebop. Of course I'm gonna love it. Which, that reminds me of something I just loved. Something else in Rio did that pissed me off. The lifted scenes from the train fight of the movie.
Yeah.
That was kind of a dick move.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the only thing I don't like is the ending. I really do like it.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's like, it's such a great series, happy and kind of funny, and adventures, and oh, they die. I need a drink now. Make the pain go away.
You had to end it somehow, like actually end it, else it'll go on like the ones you don't like. It goes on forever.
Or if you wind up like Firefly, you cancel after 13 episodes.
Oh,
What were you going to ask?
Oh, I think you pointed at me. Henzemi.
No. What is it?
I think it literally translates to class for perverts. And it's exactly what it sounds like.
Okay,
It's called Henzemi.
Baka test.
that sounds familiar.
It's like,
I think I actually saw something about that recently.
yeah, the classrooms fight each other to get like a better classroom, and like the whole show is just ridiculous.
I kind of
pretty
like the
hilarious.
idea of that. From what you said, that reminds me a little bit of, shit, I'm trying to remember this. School Rumble is what that reminds me a little bit from how you described it.
Kind of, but it's way more random.
Right? It's way more random? Oh, I'm gonna check that
That's
one.
crazy. It's,
Baka test, right?
yeah, it's Funimation. It's called Baka Test.
Alright.
Yeah, it's like 20 episodes long. It's hilarious.
Beelzebub.
Say that one more time.
Beelzebub.
Sounds familiar.
Seasons ago, I think.
Yeah, essentially, some high school thug is tasked with taking care of a baby demon lord, and hilarity ensues.
That sounds really familiar, but I can't really recall it. I'm sorry. Yes.
Let's roll around to Soul Eater, unless someone's already covered.
Soul Eater, yes. I have seen Soul Eater. I haven't kept up with it in a while. I never saw the anime. I stuck strictly to the manga. I love it. I love the characters as usual. The plot's pretty good. I'm trying to think of anything that really irritated me about it, and nothing's really coming to mind.
Holy
I
shit.
love Death the Kid and how obsessive compulsive he is. I love what idiot Black Star can be, and how his partner's the only human being that can tolerate him. What an utter failure Maka's father is. I love the interpretation of death. I love such a fresh take on death, which that is kind of what I was hoping they would do with High School of the Dead, a fresh interpretation of zombies. And I know there's some zombie animes out there that do that, but they're not like the survival horror genre. Yes.
Well, there is. I heard recently, Thursday, in fact, about a anime that takes a different take on zombies. It's called Koriwa Zombie, I think.
Isn't that a one kid that got killed and becomes a zombie?
Yes.
From a resurrected
Yeah, a
him?
necromancer
Yeah, that's what I mean.
resurrects him.
That's what I was talking about. But And it's nice, it's a nice different take. I was just hoping that they would take, you know, the classic look of a genre of survival horror against zombies and do something fresh with it. Yes.
I was gonna say there was recently a I guess romantic comedy thing. It's called.
Okay, this is good. I like romantic comedies.
Yeah, Sankarea. It's about this guy who he really wants a zombie girlfriend for whatever reason. I guess. It's
Wait,
nice.
what?
I know.
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
So I kept looking at the promotional image of it, and I was like, man, this looks interesting. And then I read the description, and I'm just like, what am I reading? But like, okay, so this girl, like his wish gets granted because this girl he meets really wants to become a zombie, and I'm just like, what are your motivations here?
No, I'm done. No. The characters already sound stupid as fuck. No.
But apparently it's cool.
It may be good, but they still sound stupid as all hell. How does that girl? What's wrong with someone alive? What's wrong with them?
Just
There's nothing to think about.
give her a mouthful full of ice, let her sit there for a few seconds, and then just
Girls can't say no. Alright, you can pump drywall out.
Yeah. Trigun. Love Trigun. Again, not totally satisfied with the ending, because it felt like they left a few things hanging up in the air. I can do if Wolfwood dying, but at the very end, it felt like I really wish they would have done like, you know, an episode to show events after the final confrontation. I feel like they needed that one episode.
What's your thoughts on the manga, Maximum?
I stopped reading the manga partway through. I didn't even make it to the end. Yes.
Desert Punk. Other than the fact that they didn't actually show any skin in it, what's your take on the rest of it?
The most I've seen of Desert Punk is at AMV's.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, if you want to see
I've been looking as far as I right there.
I was going to say, not sure if you were talking about this Ting and Tobin.
I talked about Gurren Lagann. What was that one you said?
I said, no, that's the whole time. Ting and Tobin, Gurren Lagann.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it came in late. So
Yeah, great exercise and absurd. Yeah, I love it. Anyone else from way over here? X? That's so depressing. Everyone dies. There, spoilers. Everyone dies. I mean, the dude kills his own fucking mother at some point, doesn't he? It's like, why? You. One more time. I feel like I've heard that, but I never watched.
Same guys that made Bakano?
Same guys that made what?
Bakano.
I'm completely blank. Sorry, guys.
Go Netflix Bakano.
The series is basically about these weird group of people basically living in this heavily populated city in Japan called Ikebukuro. And one of the main characters is a girl who is, or a woman I should say, who is, who is basically a headless horseman, and she's trying to look for her lost head to regain her memories.
That's a little interesting.
And her horse turns into a motorcycle.
And her horse.
Yes, because it would be if the horse thing turned to a motorcycle.
Days.
I was gonna say they talk. You. You.
Helping Live.
That one feels like an exercise in just being gory. That's the whole point too. Just see things bleed and die. And that's
You
not
should do
my
movies to
thing.
compensate for lack of story.
Okay, with the animals changing into his vehicle, Psyche.
Sayuki. Yeah, you're gonna shoot me because I never did get around to watching that.
You're an asshole.
That wasn't nice.
I have a lot of hands up. You way back there. I split the deck cosplayer.
Black Butler.
Okay, I refuse to watch Black Butler. And this is why. I do not want to watch men get dressed up like little girls. Okay, maybe I can tolerate that because, or not the River, the Undertaker. I can maybe tolerate that. Then we have Grail, who's a transvestite or something. Okay, and then there's this little kid that they dress. No, we're done. You're not getting a chance. You also raise your hand up.
Cassie.
Say what?
Cassie.
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 C-A-S-S-E.
Fashion Sense.
Fashion Sense, yeah. There's an anime, essentially a robot It's a post-apocalyptic future. Humans are kind of rare. Robots took over. But somewhere along the line, it happened when they started to rust and die. It's a fast rusting.
All right, I was about to say, at first it sounded like you were describing the Matrix to me.
Yeah. And it's really interesting because it takes sort of a viewpoint on the futility of life. And these robots who felt immortal for so long and now are starting to rust and oxidize quickly. And somehow he has amnesia and doesn't realize that he might have had something to do with this. And we gradually throughout the series learn more and more about his past.
I haven't seen it, but it sounds interesting.
Oh, that's very good.
You're right there.
Checo comment.
Gecko Comet, that's... What's that one?
It's about.
I'm sorry that I know fuck all about everything.
The evil teacher's naked. She's naked the whole time, wears a mask.
Are we sure that we're not talking about a hentai?
No.
Because you can ask about those too if you want, I don't care.
Maybe I can go with the guy. She basically fights, it's called Spark Institute, and the principal's name is the Devil's Toenails. And basically, they gang up on one girl, and the chemical common comes and rescues them. And one of her special attractions is a flying eagle kick.
I don't know, I still think we're talking about hentai. Okay, I've actually seen that one, surprisingly. And not just because it's amazing I've actually seen something, I've seen something that's not normally geared towards my demographic. I thought it was a cute series. I've only seen the anime. From what I heard, the manga just keeps going on. They're doing a lot more stuff with it, which I'm happy. And then I hear some of the stuff they do with it, I'm like, I'm not so sure I like where this is going. And because Keon also did this, and it deals with going through high school and eventually having to separate from your friends. So it's a good series while you're in the high school phase, but then once you start getting onto the we have to move on thing, then it starts to get a little bit depressing. You've had your hand up for a while.
Who do you hate to love the most?
Who do I hate to love?
What do you hate to love the most?
What do I hate to love the most? I don't really hate anything that I like. There's a lot of things I love to hate. Which in that case, Jay Naylor. Everything he fucking does is poison. Yes.
Say, the world God only knows.
The world what?
The world God only knows.
Oh yes, I saw that one recently. I love it. Because it's actually a little bit of a fresh take on the typical, romantic comedy harem thing that they get going on. The guy clearly hates fucking women, and yet he gets stuck into having to date all these women and basically fill the holes in their hearts to force these demons out. But I thought it was a great fresh take. I love how the guy just knows exactly every girl he pursues what fucking personality they have. He just divides them all into a genre. I thought that was great. And I need to read the manga because I want more of it, and the anime's too short.
My thing is like it gets to about chapter 80 and then it just goes, what the fuck? Like the first 80 chapters is amazing and then it's just like, what the hell's going on?
Come in, I don't buy it. Hard.
Oh, I'm watching the door, so.
Okay.
Don't come in.
Who have I not actually called on?
Not me.
That guy.
Hey, Maharo Matic.
One more time?
Maharo Matic. It's an older series, but
Dude. I've heard I don't know anything about that one.
okay. Well, it's about a combat. It's about a combat android that decides to retire to save. So she has a year left on her life and move in with this guy, but she's still her whole life is interfering. Yeah, and it's.
It sounds a little too depressing for my taste.
Actually, it's
yeah,
very high fantasy.
Alright, you guys know actually called on. Okay, I watched enough of it. I watched up through the the Dark Tournament, and then I just kind of forgot to keep watching. I got sidetracked, right?
So bullshit.
This is about the time that I started having a social life. Not a friendly, but some social life.
Bravo.
I did enjoy it. Let's face it, I like Dragon Balls and stuff like that. If my screen name for YouTube didn't give that away. So, of course, I like Yu Yu Hakusho. I thought it was a pretty good take on things. It was an alternative to DBZ. I don't know if it dragged out as long. I don't think it did.
Yeah.
But yes, I really need to finish watching that series because I hear shit just gets crazy at the end. Ew.
Since you're wearing half the costume, what's your favorite Final Fantasy?
10.
Yes. Fuck yes.
Yeah, I don't give a flying fuck what Spoonie says. I love 10. I can poke holes in his little arguments. I can't really poke a hole in the thing about how the indie is completely confusing. How the fuck is Tyson? I don't want to think about that shit. Just let me have my sappy little love story, all right?
What happened to your mom? Where's
Oh.
your jacket?
This is actually, excuse me, what I wear for my reviews, so I wouldn't be living in costume. The jacket's in my car. But yeah, 8, God, 8. 8 felt like I liked the characters, I hated the plot, I hated the combat system. 7, I can't really complain about, I wish they would remake it, but so is everyone else in the fucking world. 9, I just got bored of it, I got close to the end 9. I started doing like all the side quests to get ultimate weapons, and then funny story, I lost my memory card. So it's like, I don't feel like I'm supposed to shit again.
Are you guys following the Final Fantasy 7 and how everybody in the world just thinks that's the best one ever?
No. Like I said, 10 is my favorite. Also, 11 I obviously never played, I don't do MMOs. 12 I got bored of. That's the most boring. We go from villain that wants to destroy the world, villain that wants to destroy the world, villain that wants to destroy the world. You don't see the pattern here. Villain that just wants to rule everything. Kick a combo breaker! And then we go back to villain that wants to destroy the world.
In the middle of like nowhere, you just fight a huge Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah! How? Where? What the fuck? Don't they have like people that report on this shit? I think a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex would have been a high priority to take care of.
Yeah, like you fight him, he's literally, you have to fight him like 20 times to kill him.
Yeah, he's like the ultimate secret boss.
Yeah, and like...
That's just Square being a dick. That's just Square Enix going, we're gonna fuck with the players now.
Yeah, and all of a sudden he's everywhere and then you can kill him in 2 hits. It's like, really? Why can't I do that the first time?
Alright, which one you had your hands up longer? You or you?
Go for him first, I'll go after him.
Fate 0.
Fate 0?
Yeah.
Sequel to Fate Stay 9, or should I say 3?
Yeah,
what Carly tells me.
Yeah, because Carly tried to shove that down my throat so much, I never watched it. Which is also why I never watched Full Metal Alchemist. So don't even think about asking me about that one. Because Amanda would not shut the fuck up about that one. You remember that, don't you?
No, but zero.
Yes! You.
Well, why don't we go for Great Teacher Onizuka?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, that sounds familiar. I'm sorry, I don't think I saw it.
The general basis is you've got a young man who is, at the beginning of the series, I think he's 20 years old, who aspires to become something great and decides to become a teacher. His whole premise, though, is to become a teacher because of all the high school girls. He winds up becoming a middle school teacher, and instead of being the pervert that he was going to be if he was a high school teacher, actually moves through the motions of trying to get the students to be better. One example is he got put in charge of a classroom full of delinquents. They set him up for a honeypot trap with a young girl who, obviously 15 years old. She's there in just like her underwear, like in his lap, and they get pictures of it, and they're trying to blackmail him, and he shows up with his old motorcycle gang he used to hang out with, and proceeds to torture the hell out of them until they learn their lesson. And it goes from there.
I kind of like that.
Amazing.
For some reason, I don't want to get too tired of school animes.
This one is sort of like a fresh take on, the American urban high school teacher thing and stuff like that, It's pretty awesome. It's good.
Okay, you've had your hand up for a while again. I will get to you next.
Oh, me? Okay. Are we talking about Madoka Magica?
I don't think so.
Well, imagine Madoka Magica. Have you ever seen Evangelion?
Yes.
You know how there's like reconstruction of things? Well, like,
Now that only makes everything make sense.
Yeah, like mechs, they would suck. Well, Madoka Magica does that.
I might actually watch that. I actually had a friend that said he was loving watching anime series that has fucking nothing to do with the transformation stuff. They just go in and kick ass.
The transformations take less than all
Alright, I might get that much shot. You back there. Yes, Tenchi! Speaking of the Tsunami era, I love Tenchi. And Tenchi, alright, if Gundam Wing was me realizing that animes could be dark and gritty, Tenchi was me realizing that animes could show titties. Tenchi, here's what happened. It was always on at a time slot I could never watch it. So I started actually buying the old VHS tapes. You remember VHS tapes, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm old. Anyways, so of course, because it's straight to VHS, it hasn't been censored by Cartoon Network. And I started by buying the Universe series. And I got to like the episode where Keanu shows up. And they're in the hot, their brand new hot springs right afterwards while she's sobbing and everything. And I'm watching this, I'm like, oh my God, they're not wearing anything. I don't know how I should feel. My parents are gonna walk down, are they? So yeah, it was a little bit awkward, and then I was watching, I made sure to catch the exact same episode on a rerun on Cartoon Network. I'm like, I see what they did there. So yes, that was when I first learned about digital editing. Yes?
Golden Boy.
A great series.
I know enough about the series. I read a little bit of the manga. It's just an excuse to be perverted. I'm a little bit annoyed about how perfect the guy is at apparently everything. that gets old real fucking fast. It's just every girl wants to fuck him. Okay, are we sure that this isn't just one big fantasy that the author had? I mean, I'm writing a shitty comic. It's mostly a fantasy story, but my character actually goes through trauma and shit. He gets his ass kicked. This guy gets a little bit beat up and girls love on him and shit. Or he fucking out races a motorcycle with a bike. That's just when you start calling bullshit. Yes?
Outlaw Star.
Outlaw Star. Speaking of things that were censored on Toonami. By this point, I think I wised up. They got sloppy when they were editing that series, because there were a few times that son of a bitch and shit slipped by, and then they'd show the episode again, and I'd be like, so now you guys are covering your asses. But it's like, even the girl locked up in the briefcase, or wherever, Fea has to go into the tank to get the navigation unit, they say, well, that's no reason to get all wet. I'm thinking, oh God, I could take that so many ways. And no, you're not fooling me with the digitally painted bikini anymore. She's naked as hell in that thing. That's why they're blushing. I didn't know about some of the other stuff though, like they basically cut out Gene screwing a hooker. Not like actually there, but the aftermath of it. I'm pretty sure they cut out a few strip bar scenes. The entire hot spring episode completely removed. Which pissed me off a lot of time because I would see like, these little clips of the hot spring scene and little macro images. I'm like, where the fuck is that from? That never happened. Yes, it did. Okay, who am I not calling on? You back there.
Dragon Ball GT.
Okay, here's my thoughts on Dragon Ball GT. Fuck this shit. I'm done. Ended at Z. That's it. I will flip the table, but they probably got pissed at me for that.
Should end it after Cell, in my opinion.
Yeah. See, here's my thoughts on the entire fucking Dragon Ball Z series. Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and GT. GT basically never fucking happened. The author wanted to end, I think, after the Frieza saga. And he got coerced into doing the Cell saga, and I was fine with that. Because Goku wasn't the big fucking hero for once. It was Gohan. That was the perfect passing on the torch moment, and it should have ended there. And I could have gone along with them doing a few silly adventures like the Otherworld tournament. I was cool with that. But no, then we got to bring Goku back, and we've got Majin Buu. What the fuck was he on to come up with that? What sort of combinations of alcohol, acid, marijuana, every fucking drug known to man was he on
I think it was
to
just
decide,
an
okay, a
insane
giant
pile of
fucking
money.
pink blob is my monster this time? Was he just trying to fucking troll the producers?
It was a giant pile of money they shoved down his throat. He had a hard time seeing what he was drawing, so he's like, money's in my eyes! There's a monster!
I just read his gun piles right now.
That's probably true too.
Okay, let's see. I haven't called on you very much back there. Yes.
Gantz.
Why would
you even?
I saw an episode of that. That makes me not want to watch. We'll put it like that.
You think that Up and Late is boring? Gantz is more boring.
Like I said, I've heard things.
No, because no.
Did you have your hand up?
Digitally screen her in and naked, and it's like,
You have your hand up.
right?
Dead what?
Dead Man Wonderland. And then the next scene is like a guy gets
Never heard of it.
It's good.
It's like there's this explosion that happens in Tokyo.
There's a lot of explosions that happen in Tokyo. You gotta be a little bit more specific.
But I'm going to. And like this red stone got like shoved into people's bodies from the explosion. And
Are you sure that's not Witchblade?
no, it gave them powers. And then somehow they mishappened, find themselves in prison. And it's like a normal prison, but the warden was able to turn it into a fun park. And like the prisoners,
Only in Japan.
the prisoners do like tournaments and stuff.
Like fighting tournaments?
No, well,
Sometimes?
this fighting tournament is the secret one. And that's with the superpowers. The people fight each other. Some of them are kids, some of them are adults, and they fight with their superpowers. And then there's another like obstacle course thing that the regular prisoners do, and prisoners actually die. And the people in the crowd are like, oh, it's just stage, cheer them on.
Their superpowers are actually abilities to make them control their own blood.
Blood, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
the, like
different
pinching of
ways.
redstone. So.
Like one of
main
them
character.
becomes
Sounds interesting.
the other.
The main character is just like,
And one's
he's
blue,
sitting at
one's
school and his whole class gets
One of
hurt
them's
and
mine.
he gets blamed for it and thrown in jail. And then he's forced to learn fight and compete. Like he's like a little 10-year-old kid. Yeah.
I might be
It's-
able to
it's
watch.
pretty good.
You have not raised your hand once. What do you got?
You ever heard of Tiger and Bunny?
Tiger and Bunny?
Yeah. It's a series that's basically around superheroes. Only they've got it set up so that the superheroes are doing this kind of competition. And at the end of the year, the superhero that has the most points is the best one. They like all have sponsors. They all work for companies. And there's this one hero who basically, he's got this guy who's like his idol. He's basically just a regular hero, but then he'll destroy everything in the process of trying to save people. So he gets teamed up with this guy that only is interested in trying to earn points and becoming the best one. And there's this whole other side of it. But basically, there's these superheroes that are all called Nets. They're like needles, basically.
Talking about Batman?
Huh?
Batman?
No. It's just called
I can't say I've heard of them. Sorry.
This is a relatively
Next topic, please.
Black Lagoon.
Black Lagoon. I really don't give a shit about that one. It's like just
Second season.
it's how did my friend describe it? The crazy bitch just yells at things and shoots things, and someone else cusses and screams a lot. Glad the rich repeat. That's the entire fucking series.
There was gonna be a movie. Like, I'm glad you mentioned it.
Yes.
Excel Saga.
That's another series that's definitely on crack.
Yeah.
I've seen a little bit of it. I haven't seen it all the way through. I need to because it's like only 13 episodes, right?
They played it because they actually
So it's not too long. I
thought it was a great series.
I never got around to watching the whole series. I guess it didn't hold my interest enough. I
Well,
saw enough of it. It's random as all fuck.
Yeah, there isn't so much of a plot. It's just every episode is slightly different. They do a spoof on whatever anime.
I thought it was every
convention.
5 minutes they were spoofing on something.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you.
You see Eden of the East?
Seen what?
Eden of the East.
Eden of the East. Not familiar with that one.
I actually know that one. In Japan, the government is really corrupted, and this one like billionaire guy takes 13 people, knocks them out, and gives them a phone. And the phone,
I like where this is going.
it's really good. The phone has 100 million yen in it and a concierge service. And you're playing a game. The point of the game is to use as much of this money to change the direction in which the government is going.
like $1 million.
In any way you see fit.
To change the direction of which way what's going?
The government.
Alright.
The whole country.
Well,
I like so basically they're all a bunch of lobbyists now.
Yes.
The point is that they're supposed to be saving Japan from like falling into corruption forever. And
Yeah.
Good luck with that. Well, while they're at one, they try to save America from flying into corruption forever. Way too late. Okay, I was over on it. Not ashamed to say that either. Complete over right. Now, here's the thing. I love the series. As for the fandom, I love and hate the fandom at the same time because they've done some amazing things. They've done amazing artwork. There's the Friendship is Fighting game that's in process. That looks interesting. Just for shits and giggles. Yeah. Music, if I didn't already say that, there's some good compositions. At the same time, there's some really sick fucks out there that have tried some pretty disturbing things. And do I even need to mention cupcakes? No! Cupcakes, Sweet Apple Massacre, Rainbow Factory. I want to take the people who this shit and excommunicate them from the fandom. I seriously wish I could just take people and go, no, you're not allowed to be in this fandom anymore. You're crazy. Go. Go watch fucking dance or something. Let's see. What about you?
Ranma 1/2?
Yes, I love Ranma 1/2. I've seen the entire series. I've seen the OVAs they made. I saw the movies. It's a classic. You have to watch. If you want the definition of pretty much one of the first harem animes you'll see, it's Ranma 1/2. That's just all there is to it. It has everything I love. It's got the romance, the comedy, lots and lots of fighting. It gets unbelievably absurd, which I love. And I don't know. Some of the episodes got lazy, some of the animation got lazy at times. The OVA, after watching the end of the normal seasons and going through the OVAs, the jump in animation quality was just such a shocker. But I still love the series, and even some of the later episodes I still love. Yes, you.
Devil Hunter Yoko.
One more time.
Devil Hunter Yoko.
That's borderline hentai, that's all I know. It's trying.
So is hentai outside the realm of knowledge, or are we barking up the wrong tree there?
I'm sorry, what?
Is hentai outside the realm of knowledge?
You guys can ask me anything. You can ask me about anime, video games. Video games would be a great start because I haven't gotten one of those yet. Fan fiction, music if you want to. You can ask me about politics. I don't recommend it because I don't like talking about politics. Hey, let's face it, this is an anime convention. Who wants to talk about politics?
Talk about what?
Fuck anyone that said I want to.
Until Obama gets
you.
You got comics?
I'm sorry, what? Sounds familiar, but I haven't seen it. I'm sorry, what? Is this also known as School Days or something?
It's high school delinquent wakes up and his hand is transformed into a ghost.
They got one for it.
You over there?
The Overfiend.
The over? What?
The Overfiend.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I'm sorry. You.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
The only thing I know about that is the end. That's the most hilarious fucking attack I've ever seen. I did the drawing of that my own character doing that at one point. Because I can very easily see my character just dropping a fucking steamroller on someone. But that's about all I know about it. It's just that one clip.
Battle Royale.
Battle Royale. Oh. That sounds extremely familiar.
Japanese high school students.
Hunger Games.
Duel to the death until one survives.
It came out well before.
Students with weapons around the neck, given a weapon, and drop down on the island.
It was the original Hunger Games.
I remember watching that. Quite disturbed.
It was actually not bad. But oh, if you want to see something disturbing, watch the Overfiend.
Sucks to be them.
Never heard of it.
Okay.
To me, the most disturbing thing I've seen is Puni Puni Poemi. So.
Okay, this is to a whole new spectrum.
I've heard of it, but I haven't actually seen it. For the longest time, I think I confused that one with School Rumble or whatever it was, because I thought they were the same thing, but no. Anyways, moving on. You.
History is my disciple.
You're gonna kill me after this
This one, it's the completely normal kid that has no capability of fighting whatsoever and gets picked on all his
I heard
life.
it's terrible. Does he get sent into past or something?
No, not at all. There's the new girl at school that he becomes absolutely in love with, and she's this complete badass martial artist that's been raised by 7 of the bastards. And
So he
he decides. Well, yeah. He decides that he wants to protect the weak and gets accepted into this, and they beat the living fuck out of him.
Okay, I might give that one a shot. You right there, sir.
Tsubasa Chronicles.
A little bit louder.
Tsubasa Chronicles.
Have not seen that one either. Sorry.
Kingdom Hearts.
I love Kingdom Hearts. I was actually cosplaying Zexion early this morning. Now, here's the only problem I have with Kingdom Hearts. Enough of all the fucking side games, just give us Kingdom Hearts 3. Who the fuck on? Square Enix has managed not to fuck up the series too much. There's been some iffy games, like the fucking...
Chain of Memories. Chain of Memories.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. But they haven't screwed it up too badly. And I'm worried that the more of these side games they make, the more they're going to do that.
Yes.
So they need to hurry up and make 3 and put the series down before they just piss all over it like they're doing to Final Fantasy. Which, since I never did finish my rant, I hate 13. And I read about the ending of 13 too. So we fixed the whole laying down corridors issue. We do the branching path things in 13.2 again, great. We're fixing the gameplay. Most depressing fucking ending in the world.
Yo.
No. It's not that hard, guys, to get a good story and good gameplay. Come on.
Final Fantasies don't have a happy ending.
Alright. Who do I need calling? You.
Compare and contrast.
Okay, Death Note. I'm kind of glad the series is over because I got so fucking sick of all the L cosplayers for a long time, no offense. But yes, I'm glad that Death Note people don't just use it as an excuse to throw together the laziest fucking costume in the world and then not even act in character. But I was overall satisfied with the series. Like I said, kind of similar to Code Geass, I love what an evil, manipulative bastard Light can be. And I love how Final blows up in his face and he cries like a little bitch when he's gonna die. That's so fun, isn't it now, you little fucker?
Fairy Tail.
Fairy Tail. I've been debating getting into that one, actually. I put it off because I wasn't sure if it was done by the same guy that did One Piece or not. I think it's done by... I didn't know if it was done by the same guy that did One Piece or the same guy that did Rave Master.
Yeah.
Rave Master. So, and they have very similar art style, and I have a hard time getting into One Piece because, I'm sorry, the art style. Yeah. Some of the characters have the most dull, vacant eyes that just feel like you're staring at pools of nothing. And the fingers, hideous sausages. But yes, I do want to use Fairy Tail because, like I said, it's done by Rave Master. I kept him from Rave Master for a while. You back there.
How about Irresponsible Captain Tyler?
No idea what that is.
Older one, this guy accidentally gets promoted to be a starship captain in the middle of a big war, but he's lazy and he doesn't want to fight or even command a ship.
Fantastic. We should start taking bets on if I know anything you guys are going to ask me about. No, we should have been the drinking game. Wait, I think that'd be a 21 up panel. Maybe next year. You right there.
Ghost in the Shell for PlayStation 1.
I never played that one.
Never played that one?
Nope, sorry.
Diablo.
Diablo. I wasn't exactly much of a PC gamer. So if you have any PC game questions, don't ask me. I didn't have a computer until long after that.
Can you list the consoles you have played?
Okay, I have played on pretty much any of the major consoles. The first console I actually had was a Virtual Boy. No, wait, strike that. First console I had was a ColecoVision. Then I went to a Virtual Boy, then a Game Boy, then N64, PlayStation 2, and then all of the next gens, and I'm up to current gens.
Star Fox. 64.
They need to bring it back. And none of this fucking bullshit with adventures, none of this assault bullshit, none of this command bullshit. Just give us a good Star Fox game where you just fly around and shoot things.
And do a barrel.
Yes. Do a barrel. It's everywhere.
Lunar.
Lunar. I'm not familiar with that one.
It's an RPG game series.
It's almost a movie.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay.
Is it worth the money?
What's that?
Is it worth the money?
Hands. You back there.
Devil May Cry 4.
One more time.
Devil May Cry 4.
I did not play 4. The only Devil May Cry I played is 3, and it whooped my ass like a little bitch. That being said, guess why I relate. You're right there. I gotta start wrapping this up.
Left 4 Dead.
Really good.
Left 4 Dead. I'm not, like I said, I'm kind of burned out on zombies, so I don't really got it. I played a little bit of it. It's nice that they let you play as the zombies. But other than that, nothing.
Unless you're playing versus, you're really not playing the game.
All right, how many questions do you think I have time for? Do I even know that?
It's almost.
One last question. Who wants it the most? Come on.
Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid.
Never played it.
I got an easy one for you. Mario Kart.
Alright, thank you guys for being a lovely audience and putting up with me knowing absolutely nothing.